टाइम मुख से बानी निकल नहीं रहे हैं। कौन चुद महारानी मेरे देह के अंदर चारों तरफ बैठे हुए हैं। बाधा बाधा दारू दुखद दुखद घटना तुम्हारा हुआ है। मिट्टी के नीचे से भय सारा है। दारुण दुखद दुखद दंभ दर्प बर्बरता क्रूर मेषित मुसल 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 जंजाल मुसली मुसली जंजाल दारुण दुखद दर्प दंभ कामिनी कुत्ते मागी माग मागी बच्चा बच्ची चोर असभ्य बुनो जंगल दर्प हिंसा 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 दारुण दुखद 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 सन्नाटा सन्नाटा मौत 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 अकाल अकाल भूकंप आग्नेयोद्गिरी ज्वालामुखी 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 भूकंपन भूत्र भूचाल ब्रिज हॉस्पिटल बिल्डिंग हाउस मंदिर टेम्पल नगर कलकत्ता शहर नगरी वाणिज्य केंद्र सारे कांप रहा है। थर 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 कांप रहा है। उस मुसली मशीन दानव की चैरिट एंटरिंग ड्राइविंग moving the whole churning that Mexican Gulf, that horrible way, the seven seas, as if it's well connected with those points of the magnetic and messages to catch from putting magnet, the plate as catcher adheres, the plate darun darun dukhadaho, मौत 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 बर्बरता बर्बरता निष्ठुर क्रूरता at the nose of America. The people of America, Central America, is also disturbed at horrible crisis, storied, horrid uncertainty, premature death, abnormally happening at the normal people, death, earthquake, tsunami, tide, sea waves, sea whirling, turmoil, chaos, entropies, entering their saint, different terrorism with RDX, gun, assaulter, and agitator, misleaders, mischievous, miscreants, misleaders, chaos creator, wrong, confusion, crisis, creating crisis, people to impose to believe those crises as the creator, the same agitator, same consensus, same debate, discussing, convince, conference, meeting, pleading, etc. All the satanic voice who are the created crisis, who have taken lives in the billion, who have snatched all riches, wealth, killing them, their family members, killing, who has snatched that original developer of the social medium, electronics, goods, cameras, that photo director, sound, that television, news channel, media, the guardian, the now UK guardian, it has been captured by the evil. They have to claim the guardian, but they are the horrible killer. Make the guardian less of the gurus, preceptor, kings, from every pocket, desh to desh, countries to country, post to post, sea to sea, sky, sea, everywhere. Darun dukhada, sadness, grief, graveness, uncertainty, killing, death. Nobody is having parents, all are orphans, 7 days, orphans, rape, killing, rape, killing, trafficking, kidnapping, displacing, destroying, job crisis, creating job crisis, taking monopolies of the jobs, all contactorship, all contactorship, sitting from one point as the finance World Bank. In this way, terrorizing some people of the top of the CEOs, the whole world that is under the grip of that evil, the terrorist greed, all finances, headquarters had been Mexican Gulf around. It is Honduras, Panama, Houston, Florida, Bermuda, Cuba, Haiti, Port-au-Prince, Chile, Santiago, British Columbia, etc. The poor cities, I said, desert, where there is underseas, there is paddies, woodland oceanography, the NOAA, US, that involves private oceanographist, institute, veteran, defense institute, private pathological lab, virus diagnostic, cancer diagnostic labs, all the horrible bacteriological, that animals, sheep, goats lab, all the labs at the private hand to get this initially some pathogen then to manipulate at the laboratories. You have the make a horrible, because that all research funds, USDA is being, in the name of SIA, the evils, USA, innocent or ignorant, satanic, and the foolish, grand, stupid criminals, boomerang bringers, curse bringers, wrath bringers, foolishness, destruction, catastrophe, disaster, cleft, apocalypse, everywhere, the tsunami, the trembling earth, vibrating, searing, tearing, hailing down, suffocation, 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 trembling, twisting, bending body, leaning to the earth is becoming too risky, erecting, keeping raised heads, hand, legs in their control, gates are not having, speaking power is they are not controlled, memorizing they are not in control, somebody inserting that captured bodies, all as if captured by the evils, on the under dictation of these evils, everybody is being studied, everybody is being followed up, everybody is caught in that one system or that nearer pockets. In evil, that common greed who have the snatched all world at the private, that parallel UNO, parallel White House, parallel Delhi office, parallel even they have Japan, Korea, Australia, Canada, Germany, France, Italy, Israel, and in PLO, Pakistan is at all doubtable. All the Islamic countries, there are parallel posts instigating fake religious, where the worst Allah hater, denier of that God, mind, spirit, but also as the scientific teaching is there, the killing procedure is there, soul searching, mind and memory searching, blocking, suffocation, respiratory at nano-pico level, that massive area covering, that paralyzing metal, keeping, throwing, projecting the magnetic field from far point, that metal, the severe metal instrument, what kind of, what link, what interconnected, cranes, a thousand miles arranged system, thousand units at the nose of the USA, the Merino. This is that SriRobinji, I am at what horrible state I am to feel the sadness that weakness and that helplessness of the whole peoples who does not know science, does not know spiritualism, does not know evil politics, that does not know conspiracy running, that conspiracy, that does not know their friends, satans, taking nobility, politician, guardian, fathers, parents, friendship, doing invest, secret investing, doing attack from underneath, underneath piercing setup, that setup through water, that horrible, that sea deepest water, where the mind, body, all will be melted, and each and every bodies of the figures is becoming dissolved in that sea. So that dissolved figure in the high salt, that compact subatomic and energy wave compact laserness at the deep oceans where the babies or the aged, the youth are in such a madness, fanatic, ridiculous, circus, joker-like killers, the ridiculous killer, terrorizing, doing whimsically whatever they are thinking to terrorize, to bargain as if, even that no bargaining, because they want to kill, destroy the whole world. They may only keep 5% or 10%, not even that. That is only their friendship, evil, what become envious, denier of the God, that Allah, that Satanism followers, all only this are God Indians. Remain Indians, they are gone badly Indians. Because they are that culprits, that FDI writes in a dialogue to us, then they are all predars of climatology, environmentalists, stakeholder, philanthropy, society, trust, are all ancient historical archaeological places at their graves and offices, files, that old Mahafez Khana library documents has gone at their manipulation. Nobody takes the consult, the recent of the past or future. That communication is so poor that all has taken, because with whom has gone the contractorship, leadership, the political institute, the finance, the bank world, all the world banks, all that banks, the digital system where that the monopoly is sure, they are bound to work without knowing who are doing what tyranny, what kind of their ownership, where remaining ownership. He is still surviving, or what he has made trust or philanthropy or body or society or associations or company, all are now falls under that shadow evil. Dead souls like peoples are running because these are the kept suppressed fact that they have been killed, their body been paralyzed, they have been pocketed in the deep crisis where they are that nobody knows, where they are in living condition, they are dead, they are at buried ground, so no people will be able to learn those riches. So all the technologies originally before that 1960, 1940, 1950, their families have been snatched, ransom, and displaced and the killed, removed with the fake fraud, nationality proposed, falsehoods of different at undersea remaining in the channel, and the bodies taking this transparent sea water from far distance, that making heavy and apparently difficult to learn that falsehoods, as that telescopic camera or telescopic nano camera to take from the far, it will be mono, pico, nano level. Massive data handling computer, grid of computer network, all the old digital telecommunication at home is the date of this moment of the whole crisis of the whole earth of created Mexico Gulf, that caused Mexico Gulf. all attention being drawn under sea that set up, and that all that evil banks should be collapsed, who behind who have taken that loans, on whose name, who are the climatologists, fraud faith, who are the philanthropists, who are the richest in 1970-65 onwards, and how they've been changed ownership and broken and reconstructed, replaced, killing, replacing, telekiller from undersea, mainly that Mexican Gulf, Panama, etc. places, who are the running that system, that coast of the Mexican Gulf, the town, cities to be by the good peoples, politicians, the military, army to be investigated, scrutinized, and verified by the claims. But this in USA Marino or Britain Navy, Indian Navy, Indian Sena is so crippled, helpless, because the evil, dumb, satanic babies are in the politician, who are the grand police, who are the mind mesmerized, who are totally dependent on these evil criminal funds, the criminal associations, Bengali Indian merchants, the funds, mercy, their party, their body, their mind, their speech, all are coming from USA, Mexican Gulf. All dictation, that villainism, terrorizing of that they are, all dictation, advices, every second wise their all mind, body is captured on that horrible USA dom, Tuhinov, Tusitov, Buditov, Magitov, Chuditov, Namtatov, Kuttetov, Khunetov, Chuditov, the ridiculous peoples of Vidhan Chandra agriculture, the crooked, cocaine, baby, boys, sons and daughter of the witches, that malice, that caste, that Bharat tall, it is that Mexican Gulf, the Mexico Khadi, Mexico Pasagar, seven seas, the sea pirates under sea, that horrible quakers, that earth inner penetrator, that plate, that open marinos, submarines, LVs, hovercrafts, aircrafts, drones, the sea air force, that air, water and land life, many forces are jointly acting, their structures, their communication, their different structure to make at the psychosomatic level, that pico nano level cosmos covering, that plate, that dragging, that snatching, that perpetrator penetrating, evading, displacing, vacating, compacting, condensing, displacing, driving, snatching power, tilting, shearing, testing, whirling, oh horrible crisis. Daru, Dukho, sad, grief, grave, lamenting, crying, helplessness, seeking assistance, no food, drink, fighting, those who have learned, they are fighting day and night, and those peoples who are coming in the flying modes like butterflies in the sky, in the thickness, compact masses, they are unable to speak me when I am to open this part their nose and this their burdens, that magnetic staff to be diffused, to speak, to the aspiration, all they are in this oxygen cylinders, high oxygen, that compact means, so there is not feeling immediately their oxygen supply. So other people who are not oxygens in the land and the far areas, their life is almost that crisis, because their census taking in every country is banned. Well, the people counting, death counting, reporting is totally banned by the villain who has taken the monopoly, the control of the all. In even 2000 television channel is national in India, but that all is that evil Mexican Gulf economies, overseas India, that CIA agent, that Indian IB, that fraud, criminal, satanic, military, veteran, US, UK, that horrible who are the NATO shadow skeleton, they are that dictator. Their peoples are all these witch houses. That White House is the control of the satanic evils, the devil's background. They are only the advice, scientific advice, communication reporter. All communication, telecommunication is whimsically as they are controlled. So to keep when they are feeling need, it is dangerous to be lured by the evils, even politicians who think they are sent there as their puppets, they are slaves, but they people does not know this critical, and that's they manipulate by their commander above commander, their bosses above bosses, above bosses, above bosses, that commands that officers, that officers, where he is there they does not know. But the tyrannically that one common the terrorizing, auditing, and the verification system by the evil satanic purposes, terrorizing purposes is going on to be misuse the faculties of this USA, UK, Cambridge, Oxford, Harvard, all the top that your so-called institute where bacterial genome and that physics, chemistry, top sciences, nobilities grows, all that US funded or Scandinavian, then is your Denmark, Netherlands, Holland, all the labs also funded by the evil that common smuggler pirates that 6 years that oligarchy, the fraud oligarchy, that fraud climatologists, fake climatology, environmentalist, stakeholder, philanthropy, trust, charity, that bank, the World Bank, the directors, the DGs of the different council, directors, institute, boards of management, directors, all these are the tyranny as if they have been told you are only the king, you are all the king, you are only the king or queen, prince, princess, you work as you dictate. We are as a servant, we are from Mexican Gulf being supporting, we have sent you, you are as feel yourself king and yourself does not talk about what we are talking from underneath or telephone or message or messengers. You to keep the secret, your bosses is remaining far away, real bosses. So in this way, all the terrorized state and it is total world as a caste world, Lord Shiva caste, that horrible, the Lord Vishnu, Lord Buddha, Lord Ram, Shiva, all Indian Muni yogis have thrown this caste wrath on the evil satanism scientific who denied and enforced and confused, created to forget about the religious school colleges, particularly Indian school colleges of the name taking of the scriptures of Lord Shiva or the Vishnu or the Ma Durga, Kali, Saraswati, Devis, Munis, sages, but the evil, crooked, and the criminal satanism, liar, greedy to be their idol to be made, and this road blocking, and that all that Indians land snatching, horrible way, road making, 8 channel, 6 channel, 4 channel, it is becoming horribly vulnerable. Those will be misused by these evils who have that friendship as the USA. Now USA friendship is in the 3-4 modes because that is one Shia mode, one is your political, democratic, restoration, box doing mode, another your commerce, FDI private mode, then your real or semi-real, the military mode, then is their shadow, that hybrid inner shadows, the satanic modes, that will be your setup is divided 5, 6 modes of that evils, that demons as they are whimsically, that family-wise, clone-wise, separate fund and that financing and this there's so capture our ownership, the World Bank financing. So this is the military setup has been divided USA, UK in 100 shadow forms, hybrid. This is hybrid nationality, hybrid enemies, hybrid authorities, hybrid. All that identities now and the Prague Institute has been controlled 100 or 200 or 500 evils that capture our world, oil as a monopoly, that gigant, as it is once upon Bill Gates now, if it is he has been killed, it has been taken by shareholder, by other. And so many ways, all the high-tech camera, that plane, fighter, satellite is being produced by the evil, private, where political people does not know who is controlling and who is sending their pentagon commands and their scientific advisor at the White House, at that sport, the Commerce Department, all that horrible hodgepodge, helpless, that all the boomerang, the vicious cycles of their own stupidities, uh, dragging stupidity, doing wrong, suppressing crimes, facts by that involvement, taking crime money from the criminal, and also that helpless, that invisible, imponderable hands, and that invincible hands and fast machines to make paralyzed body terrorized as if to kill, end their life, a sudden manner to attack in horrible way that all people's mouthless, speechless, helpless, danger, crisis, all are terrorized, all being pocketized, all segregated each other. Nobody is insane. People's an horrible crisis. All creatures are helpless. From the Mexican Gulf, and whether Indian, the people should be under the leftist satanism Indian, blackish, semi-white, that that Indian vernacular speaker, illiterate people masses, where that horrible number reach, replacing with all the USA's that inner masses at the immigrants is now the current of people's bringing from Africa, India, Asian, Bangladesh, Pakistan in horrible manner. Immigrant is pushing, and that is becoming, giving right as if, because all these political peoples are that Indian summer, or that USA is all original white people, Britishers have been replaced by the Bengali, Indian, leftist, evil, Satan, then we say partly German, Japanese almost, and the Philippines, Indonesia, Malaysia. USA is totally captured by the semi-Indian origin blood. So there is an horrible crisis of the USA, white people's political institutes, UN offices, all that is that monopoly to create the passport, and this visa, that tickets, and that the journeys of the air route, ships, all the breeds of the same evil, their channel, their route, their private, their organisms, that air, ships, cruises, everywhere, cars, hotels, restaurants of their cut, madrasa, church, all that is there, and even RSS, Ramakrishna Mission is bound to follow. All the leftist evil babies, the cheating, disguising a satanic, Ravanic, Kamsa type of that deceptive, misleading, miscreant, arrogant, achieve, stupid, illiterate, whatever do, monkey-like and hyena, bisons-like mentalities, that robotic killer, the robotic, that flying, that machine, horrible, that I am as a harbinger, Hercules, savior, humanity savior, spiritual, scientifically stop at that SriRobinji. So always I am unable to do, because that horrible thousands of demons are on above me, that as I mentioned, the 22.8 degree latitude of North Mexican Gulf, above or down, whatever you think. If I had say from there above, I am as Indian surface. If I say they are remaining my down, or if they say I am remaining at their down from Mexican Gulf. So at our east longitude, I am 88 point latitude at 87.88 degree latitude, longitude. The mother could say, you are inserting wrong word. I have told one the latitude. Why I will tell latitude? You are inserting wrong word, latitude. This longitude, I am correcting longitude. The longitude is 87 point, latitude will not be. This mother Tutkutte does not know not above 60 degrees latitude is there. Longitude is that 87.88 degree longitude east, and for Mexican Gulf is 92.12 degree west. So in this way, you have to take that this is that surrounding 500 or 5,000 kilometers areas of my surroundings is horribly way that people are taking position, doing undersea, remaining and mixed up in with their daily life in normal way. Each and everybody kept this horrible uninformed state. Who is their bosses? From where they are getting food? In which management and which funds? Who has thrown them in crisis, in perilous state, dangers, anarchists, and helpless tyranny, villagism, tyranny, by the foolish, illiterate, arrogant babies who does not know any speaking English, or they are simple, illiterate in the scientific world, but they are the rope and that undersea as a rope, dori, rassi pakadne wala, leather boys hai, magi bachcha, sex coitus, porn, sex coitus doers, sex coitus operators, sex coitus porn-based instigation, mind, mesmerization, memory, opening, all these things are they are doing. This is an horrible crisis. My Godji, that Ganeshji, because they are hindering me, throwing shadow on his face. I am unable to focus because there is a crisis. Even it has been morning, I am unable to open this light. There far remain points of these machines. Evils will focus, look at me, able to see me, so they too come and join them, these who are immediately underneath, that to create suffocation, horrible life snatching and ending, abridging my life. They have made my body crippled. My vitality is still so much compromised, but I am renewing power. So correcting power, but others are not. Who have made paralyzed, they remain paralyzed. If my effect is not improved them, but as they are daily second wise, they are to make compromise my powers, memory, speaking, body, all I am can recover the yogic spiritual, the bombarding, Fijian power, the breaking. I am not magnetic power, but I am to break, with very nano pico level, that bombarding in billion points at a time, that bombarding, to open this all people's memories, the respiration, activities, movements, horrible crisis of the whole, that caste period, that caste is a rat period, where you believe this anti-religious, scientifically weakened at high-tech time, that Joy Biden is a crippled brain, is a poor in science, is a very bogus person. Joy Lolita, that Kamala Harris and Joy Biden is a stupid in science. They are mere law, and that law, what does it mean, this law? The cheating to make yes to no to make yes, that vulgar in satanism, but that is the tyranny. It is that all dictation will be made by the undersea, their bosses who have saying make president, vice president, funded that criminal money investment, secret, and the parallel government the shadow government from undersea. But that shadow cannot be disclosed, that the people have not accepted them, will not eager to accept it, and their horrible crisis, knowing the rebellion, is put in punishment, so that all they have is the hope that people will, so that they knows very well the people will not accept their sudden crime of billion, their own relative country, fellows and races are religious people, but these people hope that one day they will be imposed them to surrender their involved, the demons, their really able, that mother to criminal demons. Let this greedy, crooked criminals to be It becomes warmer, warmer, warmer. So you can tell that my against my side. That I feel warmer, warmer, warmer. Warm air is rushing to me. Warm air is rushing to me. So it is an horrible crisis. It is if you see that my torch is being mishandled by them, because that is all digital electronics, all the China makes, but it is false claims, all USA chips is main, and the software, it can be in 2 days, that small private network basis for all digital electronics goods, their secret manufacturing, that evil satanic groups is keeping that Silicon Valley, that Intel, like small chips, that all equipment will be locked, digital locking, that each and every manufacturer of digital electronics, any kind of massive or mini or nano or pico level, that digital systems, what are not visible or which are being misused for these systems, all have gone away from the civil people. So-called false government, satire government, they are there. Perception knows that they does not know USA's actual private laboratories and labs who are assimilating, synthesizing that and misusing that resultant of the research. That all is in crisis, and the terrorizing all that greed in the private hands that USA, that shadow, third party is running from distance. Horrible crisis. Now I have to take some time rest. मेरा पेंशन रिलीज नहीं किया, तुम्हारा कारण मेरा अभी बाजार में आरो 15,000 लोग हैं। हाँ, जब तुम काम पे गए थे, हाँ, लिखित रूप से मैंने लिया। हाँ, तुम्हारा मैं जेल का काम करवाया, उसका 50,000 है। हाँ, उसको पेमेंट दे रखा है। उसको पैसा देना था, मेरे ब्रदर से मैंने ले लिया। And he has to do all those things. My nephew, Punitik guy, delay, and he has to manage all those work. Rajesh Singh Singhavani temple and Rajeshwar temple. Shatorupan, Mamuni and Bapuni. This boy and Siddharth and my own SS, that Santosh related criminal. এটা বলি, এই বালকে বাচ্চাকে মেশিন দিয়ে এখন একটু ছাড়লে একটু টুইস্ট করে রেখেছে না, আমি শুকিয়ে দিচ্ছে প্রাণটাকে মেশিনটা। একদম আমি একটা রেকর্ড করছি। আর বুড়ি তুমি পড়ে গেছিলে 30-40 বার। তোরা মাঠে ওদের মাঠে ওইদিকে কত লোক এমনি পড়ে যায়, ঘুরে হাত থেকে বাসন পাত্র ছিনে পড়ে যাচ্ছে, ঘুরে পড়ে যাচ্ছে। এই কালকে এখানে হেলিকপ্টার এসেছিল না, মাথার উপরে বালা দিকে চড়ছিল না একটা 51 মিনিটে, হ্যাঁ এসেছিল না, হ্যাঁ জানিস তারা, হ্যাঁ পুপাড়ার উপর দিকে আছে, হ্যাঁ মন্দির উপর দিকে আছে। ওটা 1:51 সময়, তারপর দুবার চক্কর কেটেছে। হ্যাঁ 12টা 1টার সময় না, ঠিক 1টা 2টোর সময়, বেলা 2টোর সময়। 12টার সময় যদি এসে থাকে তখন আমি ব্যস্ত ছিলাম, শুনিনি। কয়েকবার চক্কর কেটেছে, বুঝতে পেরেছি। তারপরে আবার একটা প্লেন উপরে উঠেছে, আকাশে সোজা উঠেছে। তাই এই ভয়ঙ্কর, আর একে আর শিবদাসকে মেরে ফেলছে ও রাস্তার রোডে, ঘুরিয়ে চক্কর করে ফেলে দিয়েছিল। এবারে বলাইদা আর সারা বছরটা এক ইয়ার ইজ as if he is consuming 10 years of advanced life. मतलब 10 years का एज, देखो it's too much risky. She has fallen that place at 3-5 times. वो तेज करती है, सुनता नहीं है बात को, इग्नोर करती। वो that blue whale, that is Indian time, but that will not come. The State Bank, and this that is true. That honey, not actual honey, to the better. That honey criminal, Muslim honey, the fresh honey
that how this Islam Al-Qaeda has entered Mexican Gulf in this place. Except Christians and religions, no. Hindus will be obviously because they are all people, Hindu, and they have brought as a slave either Negroes or Gujaratis or Bengali, whatever, 4, 5, 6 generations before those are Nicaragua, Honduras, Cuba, Mexican, Jamaica, etc. All people that newcomers, but these recent comers of the 30 and 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and these who are showing continuing oceanography as a scientific term as exclusive or in benevolent activity, but you are misusing ocean capacity. Ocean driving, covering that oil, misusing, depletion, ocean disturbing, crisis, creating, turmoil, whirling, sea, tide, waves, tsunami, earthquake, volcanoes, with what kind of ironic jungles, that forest, that hill, mountain life, that gigantic platform to dipping into the under this thing to drag that what kind of entropy to drag the far light yes cosmos, the finest wave that gravitational super cosmetic mind and the powers of the God has been disturbed by this evil. You are in the name of oceanography, ocean disturbing, misusing, exploiting, damaging, contaminating, and that knowingly you are behind of the contaminate oceans that they compromise whales, sharks, and all the big animals of the aquatic, seals, etc. alive, and to go for what goodness for our regions with such heavy metallic setup. There's no need to enter any polar the snow stock. No man region, it should not be there. And in the use of the oceanography and UN, why you will be being? What is your name? Are you secret representative of UN today after 10 years? The horror warning to what kind of trucks are depending, this kind of zero communication. When you suppose the smart time, smart communication, smart planning, smart technology, smart spardha, smart suppressing facts, and smart with crimes and billion killings live, you ignoring and humiliation, torturing, and then preaching all the laws of the God is devoid of religious and truth may speak and benevolence. You are doing crime in the name of UN countries or CIG or White House, Pentagon or Didi platform you are misusing. The biggest democracy is the first nation where how many Indian army are surviving and people from its savage gardens are surviving in the world that is becoming to interrogation. It is the fact that they have not surviving what the real developer of the science, technology, cameras, photometries, and etc. This measurement of this and the vehicle, aeroplanes, satellite communication, all electronic goods, IBM, all Intel chips, Silicon Valley, whatever, all the development of your thing, etc., and the nuclear, radioactive, all these carcinogen drugs or vaccines or bioengineering exploiting corona developers. Clearly, Majumdar sings the hymns, Aishwarya Vachara, Bhaktilar from Bengal. Are you Madhu Sarkar? You are related with Madhu Sarkar, Jasna Dasto, that criminal, Bhalkar Madi, Khattar Madi, Jasna Takata, Vedic, God, Papi, joints of the babies and the what? Madhu Sarkar from Tripura that cultivates all this Warrior Research Gate, the rational dialogue, democracy, what platform that your Gatnar, etc. All this evil scientific, technological, and philanthropist, human nobilities, and the Swedish royal that crime, criminal body presents form, that nobility to the evils and the devils, satanism, criminals, nonsense, grand stupidity, in which way you have, if it is government and privatism is the same word. That criminal satanism and God is the same word. Equality is equality. You are excusing equality, doing crime to remain unpunished. And they cannot be terrorized, warned, or insulted, or what kind of insulting you felt and denigrations and humiliation, torture, what kind of suppression, torture, victimized, betrayal, belief killer, faith killer, trust killer, friendship killer, and the citizens anti-national, anti-social, anti-humanist, and you are being hosted and cheered with this. The keeping in the dark you are in the UN. In the name of UN, this is running this horror crime of the Mexican God. At the nose tip of the US, you the evil Joe Biden and you peoples and the nonsense Margie, custard babies, sons and hogs, that goats and that innocent cow, but not a cow, the fierce highness bison evil, devils, Kachar Magis, Bengali, leftist, mother to be babish, prostitute, witches, Shashar dreams, the deceptive, lucid, greedy, criminal mentality, satanism and fascism of the vain way to claim nobility and etc. This horrible, horrible crisis in the world life, and in which condition how I am surviving at after thousand per day. Second minute I have not taken rest. I have got taken rest, never been able to drink water and to take food. That you can feel this crying, what kind of exhaustion, wait and try to hinder my voice, that Magi, to show terror, that Faltu Magi, criminal, evil, crooked, Magi, brain, kutte, prostitute, brain, bhalgas, mount, kutte, sense, sons, that kutte ke hai, sons hai, lekin dota kaise bhalgas, kutte, Magi, sana, तुमने बंगाली जानते हो जिस कुत्ते माँ भी खच्चर खास पैर का धूल लेते हो छोटे बच्चे मार्क्सी और सापाई हाँ इस कुत्ते billion killers a suppress of the facts they are advisor of Indian government they are ombuds Sanu these peoples that Reserve Bank controller World Bank etc. UN advisor from the remote of this ocean grabbing the charming of ocean Samudra Manthan. This evolves to drop the droplet, that nebula to this Mexican god, the brain. Alaskan people has been divided, killing all the Indian has been depleted. A horrible crying, lamenting. God, this Bengali Bapa left this mother. Ek Bapa for her. Ek Bapa for her. Ek Bapa. God, जा तगड़ी पाली जा कलर काली है पाली तगड़ी पाली है जरा पाली है हाँ जी आज की रात गाजर नदी ठीक है गाजर मतलब गदानी सा Shiva Bhaktos for the aid of the Bengali 6 month of Chaitra 12 month just ওই তো লোকে দিলুম এখন আর দুবার কালকে আসবে কালকে আরে দুবার আমি তোকে কত টাকা দিলাম তাহলে আমি আর দুবার 400-500 টাকা ব্যবসা হয় তারপর আবার বলতে আমাকে দিব Life. Smartness, you are suppressing facts, drama doing, smartness, communication speed, vulgarism, deceptive, witchcraft, and crisis creation is smart way, and the smart way creations of the criminal greeds, underworld setups, bunkers, etc., hovercrafts, nuclear satellite cells, and the parallel of the NATO force at the shadow in 10, 15 separate
hates and identities and ownership of also that terrorizing the whole world made their monopolies to be surrendered at their feet and mercy of the some illiterate, bogus, madachud, chud gutka raspan kari. सबसे सुनो, that rotten, black, evil, खच्चर, मागी की पच्चा, गुद की, चुद की, गाड़ के रस मिला के पान करता है as if nectar. That is the same. If it is world class present time, even best scientist attitude, concept and theory, living God, Indian mythology spiritually neglecting, hating, then banning taking name of Lord Ram, Rama, Krishna, Buddha or Harsacharita, Buddha Chadit, Ashoka, that Lord Mahadev and Dev, Sri Ganga, Bhagavati, Saraswati, Ma Durga, Kali, Lakshmi, Vishnu, Janardhan, Sare Muni Rishi Jo, as to parallel, Durvasha Adi Muni, Gautam Adi Muni, just parallel to Lord Shiva, Vishnu or Narad Muni, Brahmaji, etc., Dharma, Manu, Kopil, etc. All these devotees, Bengali leftist has Spardha, daring me to enter in my Vishnupur or Ramakrishna mission or RSS, BHP or Delhi, Didi का कपल्स में राज और करायगढ़ में तुमने होमकार देने पे as and I have made united my all godly people in such a way they have supported me and God's power. That is your warning message, a catastrophe message of SriRobinji. I have to unfinished work as had not been possible. My Gurudev's contemporary others, great Sage Munis, who are the guardians of the whole world from India as a naked to make to the naked truth all this to God, the Devas, but they are the throne to control and to save in which best way they can to bring correct the deviation of Indian leftist black magic and that misleading, mischievous, pale, witchcraft, horrible psychosomatic field damaging that set up underneath Bharat Tal, Jada Jada hi dharmasya, glani bhavati, glani. Sare glani point, you are surrounded with glanis. You are surrounded with this glani, characters of the Indian glanis. Indian glanis at Mexican sea inner and floating as if buffaloes at the masses of saints and offense criminals, obnoxious, rotten saints, satanic saints and metals, kubuddhi, durbuddhi, madachud, sorer, bachcha, this cooked apadartha, anartha, ashubha, kala, ghara, black, inauspiciousness, destructive evil doves of the fools of floating with the Mexican god, creating raging waves at above than Himalayas. If this is this wave and this turmoil condition at the nose of that Gadha, demons, Jaibidens, Obama, etc., who are the supporter of this black Negroes and the brown black Indians and semi-white life, that Chudmaranis, you cannot understand it, this crisis, remaining in smart communication when so many graduates and qualified in Indian only itself has 30 to 40 crore school finals graduates, or that kind of post can run the whole world from Delhi only. If you give that full pleasure, you do not need this UN like that criminal Satan captured and dictated villain by these evils, the madachos, magi bachcha, kutte, illiterate, asabhabbar, crooked, criminal, narcotic, drug and madness, deviations, evil, impostor, madachos, shorer bachcha. Madachos, shorer bachcha. The horrible crime, the suppressing the fact of the smartness of communication. I have given this warning from this identity, Aadhaar cards of unique identity of Indian citizens, that aged only, senior only, Dhi only, Harbingers, Shobhaire, Harikos, godly again, God figures, saints, only awakened saints who can interfere, make free, remain free. of the devils, of thousands of Mexican Gauls, that Iron Man, the devoid of any kind of softness, kindness, wrath, all that cruelty, merciless, metal, impermeable saints, that criminals, mother, Susita, is a voice, penicillus, mother, culprit, devoid of saints, criminals, you to dare to remain in the Mexican Gulf for 10 years, that horrible kind of warning, that my saints, how you would dare to stay and to do crime. If it is that namesake, all these political institutes, event creations, and this mischievous names keeping White House, and that is not a black house. It is not a black house, but it is a White House. And that black house, that means the sons of God. Washington's name, her own Sivasunu, that great Indian name, that is the Indian that are called Illinois, Kamar of Indian, that Raghu beats, the Rakhan beats, Hindu beats, Om Sonu, and that are Sonu. Jointly, the truth taking is too much, where they are always submissive to Muni Rishis against. Now, maybe they have been devoid of those saints and faculties coming and opposite after, but they to find their great Munis, Rishis, but they are unable to reach to their main lands, so they remain with the Sanskrit, but they also, as if that power, yogic power of that masters, to revive that Sanskrit knowledge, Veda, through the earth in earth, and the same language which flows there with him to maintain that cult, and but that is the great difficulty for 10,000 of 7,000, 6,000 years ago, cult living people come from Alaska, Bering, Coronal Strait. What heroism, what enthusiasm, what adventures in truthfulness, not as a criminal, but gradually going away from Indian all devil level satanism, greedy tyranny, anarchism, arrogance, beastism, that satanic, that evil crooked voice, that evil satanism to mislead that Indian, but till there that you have, I am just like you people, bogus, under misleading, cheated in the darkness, when I have in the brightness of his radiant figure, Sri Mukteswar Maharaj, Aranyak Banavasi, Nonipal district, Kumaon. But this people's Indian army is too commandless, too communicationless, but this evil with helicopters, aircraft, is daring to ride on my sky hills to cross my area, Srihara, Malpur, Mallapur, Jairambati, Rambagh, God Mandaran, Rai, God Raipur, विष्णुपुरम, महेशपुर, दुर्गापुर, जो भी है इस रीजन में कपिलपुर, कपिलाश्रम, कपिलावस्तु, बालागढ़, माँ तारा, तारकनाथ, तारकसर, सूर्य भूमि को क्रॉस करना, the devil as the private, that enemies you have been exposed is being followed by thousand eyes parallelly with your technology and science. You have kidnapped, but they are to collect all and follow, to interfere, to thwart your evil attempts. They are to bring me all those cautious sounds and vehicles, movements, people, surrounds, thousand figures are newly reached that Arambagh, Ghatal, Chandrakona and Bhadavan, Visnupur areas, that horribly they have changed the demography suddenly within one or 2 years, that evil, unidentifiable new faces with this high gun assaulted RDX vehicles, riches of vehicles, automatic rifles, etc. All the flying object, drone, cameras, helicopters, aeroplanes, small jets, big jets, could say, the hovercraft you have arranged in the Bay of Bengal, Ganga Sagar, Begua Khali, your Sagar Deep, then Tamluk, and Kharagpur, Rajagram, Visnupur Forest, Salboni, etc., Ghatal, Tarakeshwar, Putsur, Arambagh, etc., whole the Hooghly River to Dolphin Institute of Patnam. Then you have to reach the new vessels what have caught at Varanasi. And that Alvin or sometimes some things they have from the deep small type of unit. What is small unit? It can be formed by the same manufacturer in the mega form. That small form developing is very critical. In that sense, that kind of high technology basis, flying and the snow vehicles and the Alaska, etc., horrible soul, all finances, all finance controls, financing, investment, dictation has gathered and concentrated at Mexican Gulf. The cost areas of mine underneath or the whole Indian land underneath the sea, Mexican Gulf, Caribbean seas, etc. That horrible 10 millions or 10 crore people at most stuck up, brought from India and other countries, mainly from India, maybe 2-3 crore people permanently remaining in rotations. They are leaving to mislead, cheat this facts kept. All you have taken position, all world newspaper, television channel, that mouth speaker of political parties and the party offices and the criminal funds, wealth, all political Democrat or Republican, USA, Conservative or the Labour parties or rather that UK, all that socialist democracies of German, etc. In the wrong, you have occupied the all churches, bishops, schools, missions, governing bodies, people where you are to sell, pick up that ill-fated girls, babies, aged, and then to misuse that retired or semi-retired brains, honesties, misleading to giving jobs, better life prospects, digitals, and they go come USA. But my time, I am at the top of the Indian, that sense of daring to all multiple disciplines. Even I can, that man who can manage and the courage to enter any pocket with my knowledge or sense to manage my earning or, but if it is not a shaped place, that crooked demons underworld, that kill us where I am a very unfit, but it is an honest people that with my knowledge can persuade, can convince, can be messenger or can do of India and the scientific to know, learn all technology school facilities set up with my multidisciplinary knowledge of that courage, the truthness, that obligations of that coming back India to help my country people as to bound to do that on my Gurudev and the rest world, rest my Indian, Sagesh, Munish. No, Ma Dachot Kutte. My Indian lands who has not left right with the aeroplane or sea, who has gone abroad, who has make corporate body, who is not taken up this way, who is not a refugee by Raghavan, is a limited mixing with peoples and with foods, drinks, no mind actions, etc. They have not got Jagat Guru Parampara, that power and flow. It is ordinary taking grace and taking names Sadhguru, Guduguru, Chuduguru, Gudumukho, Chudumukho. That is not a anybody can claim I am Buddha, I am Lord Krishna or something or Sadhguru, Guduguru, Chuduguru, aisa nahi hai. No, you cannot. If you have not Jagat Guru as the immediate preceptor, that flow cannot, the second one can get. And another way, when God is his wishes to take position as the better knower of the critical points, we have to create another pocket. So in that way, his flow, his traditional transcendental power from one body to another body can change, and his seeds and power of the knowledge in India and different pockets can survive from Hindu Kush to Because if it is Indian, then we have obviously to be mixed up and taken as a Bharat Barsha. Pakistan will be first named as a India. If you have to claim India, then Pakistan to be claimed as Indian. So that land I have to include it within India first, because there is no question the Indian identity with Paschim Pakistan, that Paschim Western Indian, what is Gan League, or that they asked to British about Satanism, they were irreligious. They are that impostor claim, the deceptive claims, they are the better religious and kindness, mankind, truth taker, that vulgarism, God, good ka mag ka, chut ka rastan ka bittel shaitan shorer bacha, that is Sunna in the religion. Their name is Sunni Musalman. Sunni Mullah, they have no goodness or their for own themselves, souls and their family members, their clans, their community. If they devoid of goodness and religious knowledge, to save, to remain sin-free, not to go hell. Instead of taking names of Lord Allah, they are to procure and gather, heap the curses, wrath, and that abhishap Qurana ka जो कुछ नहीं करता है. So Indian identity is Pakistan. Pakistan has to be taken within, but my command is so poor Indian military. There is been segregated each other. There is the zero communication. There is no spine. That evil, the lantern man, the dark man, that Magi Modi, Magi vulgar, tiny prostitute Magi ke jaise व्यवहार. That each and every time, every second wise, he is a liar, cheater, because he's all claim he has adjusted RBI to giving the loan, but he is hardly kept reserved 10%. What he has got, that 90% has been deployed, misuses, and that has been distributed and be allowed that to be looted. That kind of caliber. It is an evil devil, the satans to take this guys, all kind of religious nobility, etc. So in this way, this evil devils, I do not know what kind of tyranny which is commanding and which was earlier, and now this vicious, hotspot, chaotic commands of this evil satanism. And there's so many people that desire, each and every people of 10,000s of devils, they think, I am only the Lord of monarch of the earth. I am that throne, the next man to get the throne of the world, tyranny, demonic ruler. But I have to claim that ruler to demons, this Tusita, Gurmukha, Chudumukha, Adamukha, Kutte, Mukha, Chudirbatak, Nalai, Kutte, all rejected as a spineless baby. So Gudka, Ghana, or Jodi, Ho, Pocha, Gudka, spina, or Jirna, Hota, spina. But you are riding on metal, so you are thinking that you have a stability, buoyant power, that's so ironic man. So you have no sense, no goodness, you are cheater, criminal, impostor, mother, useless, poison, snake, and pathogens are horrible matters, should not be taught, should not be listened, should not be consulted, should not be relied upon, should not be trusted. You evil ma bachcho, kutte, khanti, kutte ke beta swarar bacha, ma bachcho, swarar bacha. But you are as a host, valueless, spineless, useless, devoid mind, intelligence, कुत्ते के बच्चा चुदीर बता, यू तो मांगी के कुत्ते के जैसे खुरापति कर ले तो मांगी के जैसे मांगी, मोदी मांगी के जैसे छोड़े बच्चा. Monica Bharadwaj or Monica Nanda, I do not know, but Monica Sell is also in the same trap, just like Deepika Padukone or Priyanka Chopra been killed, or Shahrukh Khan or Ajay Devgan or Salman was trapped, and so Sushant Singh was killed by these evil Bengali devils. They to blame Dawood Ibrahim, he may be in the fault trap, and mother I do not know from Bengal or this mother, Gatta Gutta Mana, Gudamana Chudamana Ajay Dasa Gudu Dasa Bhalgar Magi ka betta hoga, just like your तो जो क्या है अभी नाम ले रहा है, मुखर्जी का बेटा है वो जो अभी जेल में है नहीं के, वो कलकत्ता मेयर जो थे ना, उसका ममता का कमरेड ग्रेड 4 बच्चा, तो किसी की चली जा बांग्लादेश से चली जा, रोहिंग्या देश से चली जा, यहाँ ना रहना। और चाचा को कह रहा है कि गो अवे बेटा, रब सहारा न अन्य सहारा में चले जा। लॉर्ड विष्णु शिव does not like you and does not tolerate you for that, to damage his temple places with the marbled stone, iron, with it the passions and impermeable, non-actionable, non-functionable, non-life. So you, the Tirtha, should not damage by Modi. I am giving stern warning all Hindu leaders, so-called fake. You are devoid of religious sense and spiritual, scientific, political, dharma. और आज कोई चुदर बुदर मत करना। दशनामी संप्रदाय में जो भी है, मैं आदि शंकराचार्य से सुपीरियर समझ करके मेरे गुरु जी ने गोविंदपाद प्रभुपाद का महिमा, और जिसमें अंगिरा आदि ऋषि मुनि धर्म सनत कुमार सनंद कपिल आदि के बराबर धर्म गुरु जो भी है, मतलब गुरु धर्मों के जैसे नहीं, वो जिसका आंखों से सृष्टि होता था, आयु creation powers. What he has told me, dictated or advised. With dictation or advice is same thing, because in helpless state or foolishness and stupidity is same thing, because if you define character, what is dictation, that you can define. So this is the way that you have the pure understanding. What he told me suggested only pure understanding. Basically have been tested, then God can sit at your heart. And if you learn that betrayal, deceptive, cheaters, liars, unreliable, they cannot keep faith or trust on that any human body. Better to ride on birds or cows or goats or whatever, maybe dogs or cats, crocodile, whatever, birds, etc. Peacocks, etc. birds. Yeah. काला विषा सदा खाली है, कुत्ते की सेवा कर लिया है, कुत्ते की सेवा कर लिया, पारा चढ़ ऊपर चढ़ गया, सिर पे चढ़ गया, माता हो गया, शबत और जबत और कुत्ती रस पी लिया, क्रिकेट रस पी लिया, चुद महारानी चुदिर प्यारी हो गया, चुद महारानी को जो कहता है चुद महारानी मतलब कुमार पेनिसिन कुमार कुमारी हो गया, वो चुदमारानी साला को जो कहता है चुदमारानी खा जाता है। और कुष्ठ बाबा तुमको भी जहाँ कहता है ना, वो चुदी बेटा तुम्हारा भी हाल वही है, तुम्हारा बेटा है ना क्रिकेट, वो ऐसी सोचता है, जो सोचता है मेरा भला मेरा थ्रोन है, सिंहासन सिंह कुमार चुदी बेटा नालायक कुत्ते और संतोष मनोतोष मन परिचय गुदावत माकुला हाकुला बाकुला विपुला चुदूस, अरे माघी माकुल ससुरे पेनिसिन चुदूरे, अरे भारत में चमोनियल चुदूरे माघी लिप्त, ए साला खच्चर, तुम माघी के गुद का रस का प्रयास उसको पूजा करते हो, और कन्या में तुम मलाइन करते हो, साला ट्रैफिक और शोर बच्चा कुत्ते कुलकर साला खान के बाप रे मना चुदमारा ने साला राम जीव तक बेर कर दो मेरे बाप जीव बेर कर दो, साला कुत्ते को बक कुछ बाप के जीव टांग लेकर लूंगा, आँख उखाड़ लूंगा, pieces, I chop into pieces. यो मेक्सिकन गाल गदाड़े शोर बच्चा, हाँ तुझको तेरे बाप की चॉपिंग करेगा. Who have come from India latest time at that, and simultaneously to go Bahaduri in the neck of merchant, export importer, criminal religious guys. तो पाला तो बोलती पाला तुम ब्लू है चक्कर पड़ी, और शिवदास का पैर टूट दिया, पाप भेंगे दीजिए, शिवदास के पाप भेंगे दीजिए, पाला शिवदास के पाप भेंगे दीजिए, तो को गाड़ी चापा दीजिए, तो को एक्सीडेंट कर दी, तो साला शॉर्ट कर दिलो, की बोली बाल पुड़ी दीजिए, सर्किट पुड़ी दीजिए, ट्यूब पुड़ी दीजिए, तुम्हारी यहाँ करी दीजिए, शॉर्ट सर्किट कर दी, कथा गेली शो में पाला पीछे साला चोरे बच्चा शुद्ध महारानी साला भागी नहीं, ब्लू व्हेल का अटैक में देखो वो मेरा पीछे पड़ रहा है, तब दादू दादू कर रहा था, मैं इसको ले जाऊंगा उसको, ये ब्लू व्हेल इसको अटैक कर दिया, जो पला 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 उसको लेके पड़ेगा साला शोर बच्चा। एक साधु संत को लेके भी ऐसे ही करता है सुधीर बेटा, यहाँ बैठा रखता है 2-3 घंटे सब मोंग को बैठा रखता है, ब्लू व्हेल क्लैड साला मादा चोट कुत्ते गाड़ गुच्चो सा शोर बच्चा, और भगवान को मलाइन करते इस प्लेस में शोर बच्चा डेयर करता है इंटर और मेरा मेडिटेटिव हॉल में। दैट कालबुश कुत्ते शोर बच्चा टू मलाइन इज टू डिग्निटी ऑफ द रिलीजियस फिगर। यू कैन, इस तरह का सदगुरु तुम्हें मिला है जो जगन्नाथ के बराबर है। श्री कृष्ण जो विष्णु है, विष्णु का बेस्ट रिप्रेजेंटेटिव जो अपना कृष्ण जगत गुरु जो भी है, ये शिव जी है, गुरु जी जो भी है, इनका फॉर्म है सरस्वती। वो मादा चुट कुत्ते अभी बात नहीं करने दे रहे, कुत्ते गांड के रस को गांड के गांठीनेस देख रहे हैं, खच्चर मार्शल का, हाँ बफेदार का, कुत्तेपन का, सुडूपन। तुम्हारे बाप का नाम क्या? शोर बच्चे कुकेट, कुत्ते बच्चा है, कुकुर बच्चे तर बापे देर नाम की शोर बच्चा, बोल मुखे बापे देर नाम ने साला शोर बच्चा बापे देर मुखे ने अज्जू दास, गुड्डू दास, दास साला गाड़ गुडेर दास, साला चुदिर बेटा दासो पुत्र, गाड़ गुड सफाई करा कुत्ते गड़ा साला अज्जय दास शोर बच्चा, मोना दास, मनोजीत नंदी, साला तुम मना दास भी होता है, कभी मनोजीत नंदी होता है, जवान बड़ा मोहित दास है, गुआर साला शोर है बच्चा, मकुल बिकुल साला नंदी ना गुद्दी दे गुदेर नून बिक्री करके खाता है, टेस्ट तभी नंदी है शोर बच्चा, गुड नंदी साला गुडनेस गुडनेस, योर गुडनेस आर क्राइम, गुड भेजाइना, किलर भेजाइना, गुड में नशा, हाँ हाँ किलर यूटेराइन भेजाइना का उसमें नशा है, उसमें रस में शोर बच्चा, गुडनेस योर गुडनेस योर गुडनेस नशा, गुडनेस साला शोर है बच्चा मादा। मोनिका के नाम जो ले रहा था मोनिका उनको, तो मुझको हमारा हाँ भामिनी और विवाह प्रभा जो भी है भामिनी, सारे जो हमारा मालिनी दुग्गल ही रहेगा। हाँ दुग्गल पंजाबी में होता है, वो पंजाबी में हमारा वो मामी होता है, मालिनी दुग्गल ही रहेगा, मालिनी रहेगा। हाँ वो हेमा मालिनी नहीं, माँ दुर्गा मालिनी, हाँ कालिका मालिनी, माया माया, हाँ ऐसे करके उनको कहना पड़ता है। उसका छोटा बच्चा है चला तो हमें ऐसा मारेगा ना तेरा बाप को याद रख जाएगा चला छुदी बेटा, खोजते तुम्हारा निशाला कुत्ते तुम्हारे और तो पापिस्टा नाकुशी तुम्हारा गुदे नशा तारा पच्चे भील चला भिजाए ना, तुम उनको मलाइन करने का साहस किया पुरान साला शोर। দশটা বেজে গেছে, জল তুমি আবার রান করবে যখন তোমার পাম্পটা ভরে গেছে ওটাকে বন্ধ করে নিবে, তারপরে এইদিকে যতক্ষণ চলবে তুমি আগে পাম্প বোতল এনে রাখবে। আবার কি তুমি আধ ঘন্টা এলে পরে অতক্ষণ ধরে জলটা পড়বে নাকি আবার? হ্যাঁ কেন মানে ওটাকে একবারে ফ্রি আর কট পাম্প তুলতে আর খরচ হয় না তোমার, কেন করছো? জল এমনি টাকাগুলো এমনি বাইরে থেকে আসছে, সবাই দান ধ্যান করছে, হ্যাঁ কল্পতরুর মতো মাগলেই পাওয়া যাচ্ছে। খচ্চর মাঝে অল্লা উঠে একটা ভিতরে বুড়ি ঢুকে আছে मागे, उसके खच्चर मागे तो बकबक इसी का अंदर बैठ के बुढ़ी को माथा खा रहा है। ब्लू व्हेल बुढ़ी है, इसका मिमिक्री अनादर सिगार है, इसका अंदर में बैठे रहता है। सारे ब्लू व्हेल का बेबी बच्चे है ना, सारा भारत के हमारा इधर के नीचे सबके अंदर बैठ के द ड्राम द कंट्री कंडीशन में क्राफ्ट अंडर कंपल्सन मतलब डिक्टेशन मतलब फॉलो no other way that you can have a different who is talking and who is or see or other. No, they cannot be parent. This is too horrible, that power of the कुत्ते को वहाँ लगा दिया, कुत्ते लग गए वहाँ, वो डिस्टर्ब करने, नहीं वाटर नहीं पाता। चल हम एक जल नहीं তুমি পাম্পটা চলার পর কতক্ষণ দিয়ে লড়ো গজে করছে, কারণ গিয়ে জায়গাগুলো নিয়ে আসতে পারলে না, আর লোকের দোষ দিচ্ছে। হ্যাঁ, তারপরে তুমি এখন এসে তুমি তবে এত এসে বাহাদুরি করছো কেন ওখানে ওইগুলো করতে? তা ওগুলো তখন তো করে নিতে পারছি। এখানে বুঝে চলে understand, matlab, they cannot do freely their own wishes, because that evil, that control room of this evil, data switches, sound says are to control and guide, and their dictation is robotic. This is the robotic player on these people, on this surface. All are just a robotic figure. They have to follow. Just Modi, mothership, Khanti, Sorar, Bacha, Gaon, Magi, Bhalgar, Magi, Kutte, खच्चर मागी बच्चा प्रोस्टिट्यूट के जैसे मुख में जो आता है वो मादा चोद का भारत का हाल क्या है, किस करुण अवस्था बेकाबू विपर्जय, उनको कोई एस्टिमेट नहीं। श्योर बच्चा मादा चोद का कॉमन सेंस में ही है that so much power she was there, so much university, so much you have to just, if you are smart city, तुम्हारे गुद के क्रिमिनल को सपोर्ट कराने के, स्मार्ट क्रिमिनल को फैसिलिटीज इक्विप करने के लिए स्मार्ट सिटी बनाने की जरूरत नहीं है। तुम्हें जो जरूरत है, तुमने बहादुरी डिजिटल इंडिया, घर घर में मोबाइल पहुंच गया, इविल पर्पस में पहुंचा है, तो उसको यूटिलिटी में, गॉडली पर्पस में, मैं जैसे कहा नेटवर्क करो। शोर बच्चे बैंक का तरह 10 बैंक तुमने स्टैटिस्टिकल डाटा, जुडिशियल, पुलिस, सारा एक जो इंडियन आर्मी को तुमने तुम्हारा फेयर हो, जो तुम्हारा गाँव में कोई एक कमांडर आकर गाँव में खून चढ़ा दे, उसके जगह 50 कमांडर हेड ऑफ द सीडीएस बना लो। उसमें क्या है, उसके पीछे और 100 सीडीएस बना दो, पैरेलल 4-5 उसको चेक करने के लिए, उसको रिपोर्टर करने के, तभी तो तुम्हारा ट्रूथनेस आएगा साइंटिफिक वे में। Something or the power has to be in multiple ways. So there's no criminal or Satan incompetent can remain administrative or create a tyranny, village monopolies. No, एक ही जाते, एक ही राक्षस भोक्सक के अंडर में मोनोपोली में सारा देश को बर्बादी है। नेम में 130 कोटी पीपल कहते हो और किसी चीज के ऊपर विश्वास नहीं करते। तेरे जैसे कुत्ते बेस्ट करेक्टर मोदी, माँ की खच्चर सुधीर बेटा, तेरे जैसे कुत्ते तुम राम जी शिव जी को साला तुम पैर तलाई दबा देते हो। सोरर बच्चा इतना अहंकार सुधीर बेटा, और उसी का मंदिर का नाम लेके तुम सोरर बच्चा प्रांगण बढ़ा रहा, ये कर सारा भारत का साधु संतों को, मुनि ऋषि सज्जन आदि, राजकुमार राजकुमारी, सारे आद्य कुमार, सारे को सज्जन को तुम देखो बना रहा हो सुधीर बेटा। बहुत बड़ा मुख से बात करते हो साला शैतान के जैसे, तुम्हारा मुख में अटकाते क्या है, मांग के जैसे साला गुआर है, गाथा गुजराती गाथा सुअर बच्चा। अरे तुम्हारे अम्बेडकर कोई प्राज्ञ था, स्वर गांधी कोई प्राज्ञ था, जिसको कोई रेस्पेक्ट किया जाता है, सुअर बच्चा। मादा चोदीबल कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन बेसिस काम है, विल मैन इनकॉम्पिटेंट मागी खच्चर मागी को टॉय जैसे प्ले कर रहा है इंटरनेशनल बॉडीज, और जो इंटरनेशनल जो अभी पहुंच गया इंटरनेशनल स्टेट में, भला इंडिया रहा एंटी सोशल, एंटी नेशनल, एंटी ह्यूमनिस्ट, तुमको प्ले के टॉय के जैसे, बहादुर के जैसे प्ले कर रहा है। तुमने उसी बात को प्ले करा रहा हो सोरर मादा चोद में। तुम्हें तो इतना नॉनसेंस सोरर बच्चा, रोबोट, आई डिजिटल सिस्टम कैसे डेवलपमेंट, साइंस,
that cannot understand you, mother, sure, you does not know what is your vulnerability of television, communication, news channel has been compromised, or statistical points, school, college has been captured with the wrong recruited, wrong selected, wrong people, evils have taken place. There is a total discoordination, uncontrollable, and that chaos, that is the diffuse and random movements of these evil devils that the dancing are all that white that our godly peoples are made stuck up, motionless, speechless, terrorized. They have been segregated and contained with metallic seals, etc. इस मादा से चुदी बड़ा तुमने चुदू मुदू मुखे मोदी आयन श्री रोबिंजी मैंने और कुछ तुमको देखा दिया चुदी बड़ा छोरे बच्चा जो प्राइम मिनिस्टर प्राइम क्रिमिनल दैट ऑल चुदू गांधी के जैसे तुमने महात्मा बन गया प्राज्ञ बन गया तुम गाड़गुट का तुष्ट माधी का खट्टर माधी का गाड़गुट का रस तुम्हें तो पता नहीं है इस छोरे बच्चा इस लाइट में ब्राइट लाइट में मैंने दूसरे टाइम वीडियो ले लेता हूँ लेकिन इस वीडियो क्यों अभी उठ नहीं रहा लेकिन तुम्हें वो पता नहीं एक तो तुम्हारा छोरे बच्चा जो मैग्नेटिक आर्ट Kamar ko virus around they are not cannot magnetic staff of material to misuse who are pervading, penetrating, coming from excitation gas for that focal length changing magnetic field displacing it is impossible. छोरे बच्चा मदद चोट कुत्ते खान के खान छोरे बच्चा तुम्हारा देश का फिजिक्स का सारा जो कुत्ते कुत्ते का बच्चा है ये चुदुर बुदुर करता है साला छोरे बच्चा इन नेम ऑफ साइंस छोरे बच्चे इवल्स है डेविल्स है इम्पोस्टर है क्रिकेट है मागी के गीत की चूट के रस के कृपा से जीवन धारण करते प्रेस करते थे गांड सूख के गुड़ सुखा के आपस में चुदुर बेटे को नोबिलिटी स्कॉलर पंडित बना रहा है साइंटिस्ट बना रहा है पॉलिटिशियन बना रहा है ग्रेट न्यूज बन रहा मोदी को सारा दुनिया जुड़ के गार्लेट प्रेज मागी मोदी मागी मोदी मोदी मागी मागी चुदी चोर बच्चा से चोर असभ्य बर्बर उसमें डांस कर रहा है मूर्ख डांस इज डांसिंग बेबी आयरन मैन दैट गोवाट चुदीर बेटा छोटे लोग कुत्ते माता चो छोरा बच्चा कुत्ते तो भारत जैसे कंट्री में प्रधानमंत्री हो सकते छोरा बच्चा व्हाट आई एम टॉकिंग हैव यू टेकन दैट गार्ड्स यू आर योर स्मार्ट कम्युनिकेशन कैन consult me. This kind of talk can ever anyone want to add to our capacity, intelligence, Guru Kripa, Lord शिव विष्णु और शिव महादेव का कृपा जिस शक्ति को जिस प्रभाव को भारत का जन्म इतिहास गुरु महाराज जी सारा धर्म गुरु जितना राजपुरुष का चरित्र सारा भारत का विपर्य जलवायु का मानसिक विपर्य सारा डिस्क्राइब करना इसका एक एक कीवर्ड्स को मल्टीडिसिप्लिनरी साइंटिफिक मतलब पावर देयर ट्रूथनेस ऑब्लिगेशन और फेयरलेसनेस जो है गॉड का कृपा डिवाइन ग्रेस नहीं हो तो कर सकता है छोरा बच्चा मादा चोर बार बार तुम्हें कहा इस टाइम को देख लेना जिसके ऊपर गॉड का ग्रेस इस जैसे योगी महापुरुष तुम्हें कभी छुरी बेटा तुम्हें फ्लोट करते देखते हुए छोरा बच्चा इस फिगर को देखते हुए अन्य street of proggo without any power can disturb or deviate displaced from his position of center of gravity on his own way to remain fixed. Nobody can tilt from his place just like Lord Vishnu. Vishnu is calm as if to save Prahlad in this way to send me Prahlad on your Indians in the devil Satan leftists. अभी तो सब एकाकार हो गया फूल वंश नाश क्या कर दिया तुम राम का नाम भुला दिया सुधीर बेटा चोर और बच्चा पूछते खान की क्रिमिनल खान की बाप है बेटा चोर है बच्चा क्यों मुख से बोलना है तुम खुद पढ़ लेना चोर है बच्चा हाउ मेनी टाइम्स है इसको तुम अमेरिकन टेक्नोलॉजी से आराम से बढ़ा करके पढ़ सकते चुदीर बेटा कुकुरेर बच्चा किस तरह का लिटिल सिग्नेचर को इनको पढ़ लेना चोर बच्चा इसमें एक क्यों रिक्रूट करा तो इस मोबाइल इस ईमेल को चोर बच्चा हाँ चुदीर बेटा सुनने को तेरे को कभी भी पता नहीं होता चोर बच्चा इस मैग्निफिकेशन को मुक्तेश्वर महादेव का जो भी है इस तरह ला लीजिए टेम्पल्स का तो किसी के पास एक फोटोग्राफर है नहीं चोर ये सब चीज़ तुम्हें वहाँ मिलता भी नहीं है चुदीर बेटा चोर बच्चा हलीशोर आजकल वो जो भी है मैंने दिया सारे को कॉम्प्रोमाइज़ करा लिया और कॉम्प्रोमाइज़ करने मोदी ममता सारे बुआ चाची का हाथ है इवलनेस सारे शोरे बच्चे कुत्ते कमीने ऑन दिस योर इंडियन आर्मी ठीक हो, इन्वेस्टिगेशन निया सीबीआई ठीक हो, सीआईडी बंगाल ठीक हो, इस कार्ड को दिखाने के बाद तुमने मीडिया में जाके कॉमन लोगों को भी क्यों क्राइसिस मेरे को न्यूज़ चैनल में कॉम्प्रोमाइज जो मेरे को तुमने क्यों घुसने नहीं देता, तो न्यूज़ चैनल में पेपर में क्यों नहीं लेके आया? हाँ, मेरा गांव वाले से भेज के तुमने खुद ना आके इस बादशाह को मेरे को तुमने क्यों नहीं दिलाया? बालादीप नहीं जानते मुल्लू ग्राम पंचायत बाग सात बेड़िया क्या कमार पुकुर क्या सीहोर गपदान क्या संबाजार पंचायत ताराहाट पंचायत को इस तरह का क्या पश्चिम पाड़ा पंचायत इसको नहीं जानते हो? शोर बच्चे हुगली डिस्ट्रिक्ट बांकुड़ा डिस्ट्रिक्ट नहीं जानते हो? बंगाल नहीं जानते हो जो ब्लू हेल्थ कैप्चर कर रहा है योर मेंटल इट इज डिस्टर्ब नोटिस इस तरह का आ रहा है, यू कैनॉट अंडरस्टैंड मेरे को और कुछ तो तुम्हें बात देना है। फिर बेटा सुध महारानी कभी कोई एक्सेप्ट करता है? साला भालगार खच्चर प्रस्टिट्यूट मामी पाप में गर्भवती शोरेर बच्चा, अरे मोदी कुत्ते मागी साला शोरेर बच्चा कुत्ते खान की चुदीर बेटा।